I think we got much nerdier than before.
I think it not have been possible.
I was 18 when we started, and now I'm 27, and I'm a totally different person. I was so not ready for the show next day.
Worse. We're once, maybe twice.
Maybe twice, but
Hello, you metal pilgrims, and welcome to the new interview episode on the channel. And today I'm more than happy to once again welcome Jennifer Haben of Beyond the Black, who has a lot of news for you guys. Jennifer, great to see you again. How are you?
hi, I'm good. I'm getting better from being sick during the last 3 days, but yeah, I'm back to normal now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you feel I've been in and out of this, cold and fever
Mm,
for the past like 3 months. So I'm all,
yeah.
no.
Oh no.
Jennifer, first of all, oh my God, it's been a while. It's been 2 years since we spoke last time. I cannot believe this. Time flies like crazy.
Oh yeah. A lot of things happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the last time was Horizons, and that was 2020.
Yes.
So yeah,
We
now we're
have that
back on
already.
track, and we have a new album,
Yeah.
and that is very good.
So speaking about the new album, of course, the biggest news about Beyond the Black these days is, and you and Beyond the Black, is the release of your upcoming next studio album, the self-titled one, Beyond the Black. First of all, congrats on finishing it up, and and on the great feedback you've received so far from the singles. So can you tell us a little bit more about the creative process behind it? How did it just come around to be overall?
Yeah, for this album, we had some different question than normally. So we had a lot of time, as a lot of other people, to ask ourselves some deeper questions like, okay, where are we standing right now? What is what I really want? And all of these personal stuff, that is something that we also did for Beyond the Black. So what is Beyond the Black? What are we talking about? All these questions that we really had a lot of time to think about, very intense. Um, so this was the base to really go into songwriting and recording. So I think this is one reason why this album feels so confident when you hear it, and also as one big picture. So when you compare to Horizons, for example, Horizons was an experimental album with the songs were a bit more on their own, and I wrote with a lot of different people, and this time we wanted to have like one team doing all the songs and like one big picture, one big thing. So, and I think that you really can hear that on the album.
I agree with you. I already had a chance of listening to it a little bit earlier than most of mortal human beings, and I have to agree with you. And overall, I loved it. And in addition to what you said above, it felt like a very dark record, yet with a
Mm-hmm.
very enlightening and brightening message.
Oh yeah.
This is true, or
Oh yeah. That's definitely true, and that is what Beyond the Black is. So Beyond the Black is light,
yeah,
and this is what we always talked about, but this time I think really got the bigger questions and got really to this yeah, how do you say that in English, but I think we really could be very clear with what we wanted to talk about.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to writing, and Beyond the Black is not really a concept album by any means, right? It's not, but as you said, there is a running lyrical theme throughout it, and so on and so forth. So was it hard for you guys to agree on what you want to do for it, or was it your imperative decision, as you said, I'm Jennifer, and that's what we're doing?
I think the hard thing about it was to answer these questions
Mhm.
at the beginning. So really, because we did this before we really got into songwriting and recording, to really answer ourselves these like, okay, how does Beyond the Black sound, and how or what do we want to talk about? And this is why we were concentrating on four themes, like, or these four symbols that you can see when you're listening and watching the videos of our new singles, like love, loss, humility, and battle. These
Mhm.
are the four themes that we were concentrating on, because yeah, this is what Beyond the Black is talking about, like battle in thinking of fighting for yourself or fighting for others and all of that. So this was kind of the concept before we were starting to write. And I think this, yeah, could be one reason why this feels so confident in the end, or the sound and all of that stuff. But yeah, to answer these questions was the bigger part and the most important part of this.
Makes sense, of course. And you also are doing a real interesting challenge for your fans to unlock these little clues and bits. It feels like a game.
Oh
So
yeah.
just talk a little bit more about it for those who do not know about it, because I thought it was really cool how you guys embrace this new era and are doing it in a very unconventional way, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think we got much nerdier than before.
I think it not have been possible.
Yeah, with all the stuff like the music videos, Reincarnation and Winter is Coming, this is more cosplay than we ever had. So but I love it so much because I love to cosplay in like carnival or something like this, and I'm sewing my own stuff and doing my own makeup like 4 hours, and I love that. So it was great to finally get the chance to combine this with Beyond the Black,
Uh-huh.
and now with Nuclear Blast and all our new team that is also super nerdy. I think it's nice to create some stuff like this, like yeah, giving the people some games and something to play around, to be entertained and all of that stuff, because we love it ourselves. So why not combining this with Beyond the Black?
That's all. I'm a nerd myself. I'm a Tolkien nerd. I'm a heavy metal nerd. A lot of things which make me nerdy. So I enjoy that a lot. And you started talking about this, right? So I just have to ask this question. But this marks your first time when you switch the labels, and this is your first release with Nuclear Blast. So how was it different working with NB than from, and if it was at all,
Yeah.
of course, than from what you did before?
Um, I have to say first that we always, since the beginning of Beyond the Black, worked with Universal
Mhm.
in the German-speaking areas, and then Napalm came it for the rest of the world
Mhm.
to this team.
Okay.
So it is some kind of a new start with Nuclear Blast because they do the whole world now, and so we had like since the beginning I was growing. Like I was 18 when we started, and now I'm 27, and I'm a totally different person. And now to change a team completely is feels like, yeah, okay, I now got my own space
Mhm.
to really, yeah, to start from zero. And this feels some kind of exciting but also overwhelming sometimes, but also like, yeah, super um proud somehow as well. I don't know, but this is something that was very good, or feels very good for all of us, because I think that this whole new team is really believing in what we do. The past team did this as well, but it's diff- difficult, I think, to really create changes within a team that learned to work differently in the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Then to really get your space is not that easy. Then start from zero and then say, okay, this is what I do. This, and the rest you can do.
It's like an analogy of a kid coming to a new school. You know, when in the old school, he already has some kind of reputation and whatever, his circle of friends. When he comes to a new school, he has a chance to establish himself as a new person. You know, and, in a way, it doesn't mean that either of those schools is better. It's just, you know, it's just different, and it's a chance for a fresh start. So it's good. And also, you already had a chance to play some of the new songs from this record live, you know, before they went even, you know, out public with a new record. So how was it? How do you think the response was from the audience compared to the songs they already knew before?
Oh, I think it was amazing. We played every single that we released, like Reincarnation, Is There Anybody Out There, and Winter is Coming, but also Dancing in the Dark that wasn't released before the tour because we wanted to record a music video on tour. So now it's out. So it's amazing to see the people also smile, having a great time on tour. And I think this is also part of Beyond the Black. So of course, this cosplay stuff, that this is super dark and all of that we have in Reincarnation, Is There Anybody Out There, and Winter's Coming. That is a big part of Beyond the Black, but also smiling, having a good time. This is happening too, and I love that you can see that in Dancing in the Dark. And I think that this song was perfect for this as well. And with the gong drum that I had, I think you can really feel the energy that we have on tour in this music video. And the people were like crazy.
And please tell the cameraman that he or she did a fantastic job on this one. I think it was just, it was mind blowing. And I went on comments when I first saw it, because I saw it a couple of days after it was released. And I went on comments and like, does anybody else think that the cameraman is just freaking awesome? And there were quite a lot of them. So
I would tell him.
All right, perfect. And just overall, this year was rather eventful for you with your first co-headline tour. Like this was a major tour for you guys together with Amaranthe. So how was it touring with those guys? And did you guys get along? And just overall, how was the experience?
I have to say that this was the best tour we've ever played. Maybe not financially, of course, because this music business is fucked up at the moment. But it was like the feeling that everybody was so thankful and that we had such a great time and enjoying every single moment. You could feel that every day. And that was so incredible for me to feel. And I wasn't sick at all, just like 3 days of something like with the nose or something, but nothing else. I think it was the positive energy and all of that stuff, and the positive mindset that is very important on tour. And this was really the best time of this year for me. So I'm glad that we had the chance to really do it now. Yeah,
this is great. Just hearing about those stories just makes me want to go see live shows so badly. I haven't seen one since the 40th Metallica anniversary, which was a year to. Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
No, I can imagine.
Know that we would love to welcome you in Kyiv after. We have a little problem here right now, but after that, we'd love to see you here.
Yeah, we would have been there, I think, for a festival, and it would have been amazing. But we will do this
absolutely
very soon, hopefully.
Absolutely. So, any crazy stories from this tour? Anything that I remember last time you told us a really fun one, but anything that happened extraordinary on this tour that you can legally share with us?
I don't know if it's legally shared. No.
All right, I'll blur the whatever words that that cannot be spoken out
It's
loud.
always about parties, you know. And we had one party at the end of the tour, all together at Olaf's place, Amaranthe guitarist, and we had an amazing time. And there were a lot of fun things that happened, and they had also like these VR thing where you can do stuff on songs where you have to I don't know how to say it in English, but I think you know what I mean. On the rhythm, you have to do what they do on the screen. And we partied like, I don't know, it was 5 or 6 in the morning. And we had the show at the next day. So I was so not ready for the show next day. And I think I was the one that really had the most fun time the day before. So I was lying on that couch and Olaf came to me and said, yeah, I think it feels like I have to apologize, but I really had a great time, so I will not.
I think your fans will understand.
Yeah, it was great. I was ready at the show then, but yeah, the sound check was not easy. But sometimes you have to have that on tour, right?
Of course, we're once, maybe twice.
Maybe twice, but that's okay, I think.
Absolutely. All right, and I know you're busy, so I don't want to keep you here for too long, but this is the question that some people have been asking for a while now. So when is now that your huge co-headline tour is gone, you have a couple of dates, I know, for next year already, but do you have anything planned right now, and especially anything across the pond in the United States or Latin America?
We have plans for the end of next year, this year. But yeah, we hope to release it very soon, but nothing across the border at the moment, because of course, since everything is still fucked up, we have to have a stable ground somehow, and then we concentrate on more things that we already know and people, or also crowds that we know. But then we also have always like open eyes to and ears to do something else across the border and all of that stuff. But of course, this has to be a safe plan, because we cannot invest too much at the moment, as a lot of people or a lot of bands out there as well. So we have to have a lucky moment then as well, and then we hope to do it very soon. But at the moment, nothing is planned.
I think as we spoke last time, as we predicted before the COVID ended, that there's quite a traffic jam on the roads right now across the world. It's really hard to get out of there and go on the freeway and drive 100 miles an hour. You have to know the way, and you have to know the freeway. So I think it's a right thing to do, to drive the roads you already know for some time until you get out in the wilderness where everybody else is also there.
But if there is a chance, if there is something that comes up that is great for Beyond the Black, we of course will do it, because we all want to. But at the moment we concentrate on these roads that we know.
Absolutely. So Jennifer, 2 questions and I'll let you go. But how do you think, first of all, and just as a continuation of what we just spoke of, how do you think the music industry overall will change now after COVID has ended, and will we find that equilibrium once again where you have a healthy touring schedule? And, because it was hard for the fans as well, right? When you have 4 concerts the same night in the same city of 4 of your favorite bands, and they all are on the road, do you think we will ever come back to the equilibrium, or the industry will never be the same again?
I try to stay positive all the time. So I would say that we can make it, but it will take time. I think that we need like at least 2-3 years of getting to what we've been before in this music business, music industry. But I hope that then it will be back to normal. I think that a lot of bands will not make it. Sadly, I'm not sure, but I know that if the fans still have to decide like 2 or 3 more years what to see, there is less for some bands that are less interesting, and these are the smaller bands, and some bands that just started, it's the hardest time, so I think that a lot of bands need to maybe cancel, or maybe just have a break, hopefully just have a break and then start again. But and then there's too much music out there, right? There's so many bands, so much music, and I think this is something that is a generation thing, and something that was a development during the past years. So maybe it had to end like this someday. But yeah, this is a hard cut at the moment, but we will see what comes next then.
I think the whole idea is that music is very accessible. I didn't grow up in the vinyl era, although I collect vinyls, but I did grow up in a cassette and CD type era, right? Where you had to hunt for the new release before it is accessible everywhere. So, but we learned to adapt. So I hope that there is hope for overall, because as I always say, heavy metal lives in sweaty clubs and on festivals, not online, not in the digital world. So hopefully there will be a chance for everybody who is worth of it to showcase their skills and go on the road and for people to enjoy them. Jennifer, any last message for the fans? Anything you want to share with them?
I just want to say thanks so much for everyone who's supporting other people, other bands, other whatever that has the money or the strength or the energy. So thanks to everyone who's doing something for other people. And what else? I hope that we will be in Ukraine very soon, and that we can meet our fans there. And all the best for your country.
Thank you so much. Jennifer Haben was here of Beyond the Black. Watch this interview on 2 of our channels in different variations. Make sure to not miss their new album, which will be out in just a week when you will see this, most likely. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me today. Keep rocking.
Thank you. Keep rocking.